welcome to Garden Cafe. I'm Maureen and this is my Texas Zone 8B 9A garden. I'm going to continue with my end of summer cleanup just in preparation for all the beautiful blooms I expect in the fall. And this is the next area. This is the entire Mexican petunia fence going all the way down, but we'll start up here. I have worked a little bit more in here as far as keeping the weeds back, cutting back the extra Mexican petunias that just want to take over this area. I need to cut back some dahlias. Anyway, some general work in here to clean up, not a whole lot. As we move down the fence, though, there's a lot more work to do. And please, if you enjoy my videos, please hit subscribe, like, or share. It helps me to grow my channel. Let's get going. Before we get started on the Mexican petunia side, I just wanted to finish up this corner. I think I like that better. My point was I wanted the sister plant back here to be more visible, but I do like the look of both terracotta pots being sort of at the end of this stone pathway. So anyway, I bought these petunias and they're going to go into the terracotta pot. I don't know. I'm not really sold on the location of the new pots. This is the plant I want to be more visible. So, I mean, obviously one on either side, but I'm just not happy with the way that actually looks. I'll play around with it, but for now, the petunias are planted and woohoo, let's hope we're coming into at least a bit milder season where those will thrive. So we're going to start over all the way at the front fence down here. Okay, so starting over here, I've got a whole bunch of bee balm back there and obviously some weeds. I have a hollyhock that I honestly thought was gone, but it looks like it's starting to grow back little leaves again. Maybe it has to do with coming out of the triple degree heat indexes for a little while. Lisianthus, some is actually, it's growing leaves at the base, so I'll cut these back. A lot of these crepe myrtle suckers, so I'm going to be getting rid of those. Just clean up this area. These dahlias here, I mean, they're healthy plants. That one I may leave alone. But this one and that one, and there's another one back there. Oh, and I've just seen some crepe myrtle suckers again. Very stressed in the heat. The buds, it's getting buds, but the buds are dying before they have a chance to open up. So I'm going to cut these back and let them regrow through the fall, and I think they'll bloom much happier in a month or two. I'm a little happier with this area. This area needs some mulch too, but I misstated. This is lemon balm back here. Boy, you cut it. Literally, it just smells so fabulous back there. But anyway, cut that back. Got it away from, I don't know, the maybe returning hollyhock. I sure would love to see that one bloom. Cut back most of the dahlias in this area. Left this one. This one looks kind of healthy, and I think it's because it gets a lot more protection from the fence for shade. So I'm happy with this area. Let's move on. In this area, honestly, I did begonias. I stuck one of the variegated vines in here, just a cutting, and it's the only one that survived. Begonias did not appreciate these pots in any way, shape, or form. That one's a little bit better than the others, but it's still not happy. I'm going to rethink. I want something more floral. I want more color in this bicycle going forward. I'm almost thinking, since petunias are in the stores now, let's put a couple of petunias in there and see if it makes it. Behind it, oh, a bunch of beautiful, should have been, dahlias. I think we planted them maybe a little too late towards the hot zone. The buds are forming and then dying before they even open. Those, in addition to, as you know, the rest of my dahlias, are getting cut back, and they will grow back in the fall, all nice and beautiful. So this will get cut back. Everything in here is pretty, decent. There's not a whole lot of weeds. As I said, I do come back here a little bit more often because this is the garden. When I step out into my backyard, this is the garden I probably see most. This is what I see. So even more than the front yard. The front yard I get more when I'm coming and going. This one is at least a dozen times a day coming in and out to work in the garden. So every time I pass, I just, I don't know, grab a handful of weeds or whatever. But this dahlia clearly did not survive. I'm going to cut it back and let's see if it grows back. 4 o'clock tree. It's growing really nice back there. I'm happy, and I think that's it's blooming. Blooms as soon as the sun goes down. It opens up. The flowers are gorgeous. I'll try to take a picture this afternoon and put it in the corner here. There are several Mexican petunia babies trying to start up down there. I'm going to be pulling those out. And this huge dahlia. I had so many hopes for this one. It was one of the tuberous dahlias I bought online, and the pictures looked awesome. Grew into a very healthy plant, and then basically you can see it is totally suffering. Just getting the moisture and nutrients up to the top of this dahlia is just too much energy for the plant. That one is also getting cut back. Okay, so I'm happier with this area. Again, I think I'm going to go for the petunias. It says the temperature is going to be in the upper 80s next week. I'm going with it, folks. And right now, their 3-inch pots are on like super sale, so I may get a few more. Dahlias are cut back there. I did stake up. This is one of the yellow 4 o'clock trees. This one is the fuchsia 4 o'clock tree. I love them. Literally just grow them. They usually grow as bushes, but I just cut the branches and the leaves off lower and let it literally grow taller into a tree form. As time goes on, the trunk gets stronger and you can actually take out the supports, and it just ends up being this tree with beautiful flowers at the top of it. Anyway, moving along. These are the dahlias I cut back 3 weeks ago, and they are also already coming back. You can see this one even started flowering, which is pretty impressive. And those are ones I cut down to the ground. So this one's going to get cut, and this tall one is going to get cut. This area is cleaned out, but what I want to show you is, you see the 4 o'clock semi tree. Here is an actual 4 o'clock full tree. I limbed it all the way up. If left alone, this is pretty much the form. Now this one is a little bit more sparse just because all the dahlias were blocking it, but it forms more of a low bush with color, so it really just depends. You can let it grow natural and it will spread out and be a low bush of color, or you can limb it up and make it into a tree. It really is all your preference. Anyway, this area I'm happy with, and actually the dead as a doornail dahlia, all rhymed, that I cut back here is actually growing little leaves at the base already, which I kind of thought that tuber was just done for, but it definitely is showing signs of life. And moving on here is just general cleanup. This area is a little more thinned out underneath, pulled out a lot of the weeds. These are all dahlias in here, to be honest with you. I thought half of them were weeds, but I actually cut one of the dahlias I probably would have kept, the white one that was over here. That's okay. It'll grow back. But I think I'm going to get my kneeler and kind of get under here just to thin out what's underneath. Mexican petunias are thrilled, so I don't want to mess with them too much. This dahlia I'm not cutting back yet just because, oh gosh, people, just seeing those flowers next to the purple Mexican petunias makes me happy. And I'm just going to continue on up this fence, just weeding, cutting back a few things, clearing things. All of these are weeds in here, clearing this out. Well, number one, this pot has no holes in the bottom. Totally needs to drill holes, but for now, I mean, it was swimming in water. It's not doing well. I think it'll come back. These polka dot plants are pretty resilient. I did turn off the watering thing into here, the irrigation, and turned it off. I think this can go without water for at least another week. Begonia fell down at some point. Clearly, I didn't pick up on that fact. I don't know. I may do just fine. Let me get in here. I just took off some of the dead leaves and then cut back everything else. So we'll see how this area comes up. Let's move on. So we cut back the bushes on both sides of the clerodendron here, and there's a philodendron in the corner there. Came back. Big surprise, but I did want to give it some air and some light. I'm assuming this one, yes, it does. It has a hole in the bottom. I was fully expecting it to be underwater since the other polka dot plant was. It wasn't, but the soil was definitely down. So I have a feeling that for this one, it does have the hole in the bottom and the soil just, throughout the summer washed out through the bottom. That's fine. This one actually looks a lot healthier. Took the flowers off of the coleus. Don't want it to go to seed yet. Okay, I'm good with the corner. And folks, this celosia should have been sported, staked, whatever, a long time ago. I'm going to put a stake on either side, try to run Velcro tape just to lift this off the lawn a tiny bit. I think I'm too late though. We'll see. Let's give it a try. So that celosia is clearly unhappy with me, but those leaves will orient again forward, and at least it gets it off the lawn, and I can get the edger back here to clean up these edges. I was able to accomplish more than I had intended. Starting up at this corner, I went all the way down the fence line to the corner and all the way over to the celosia. So tons more than I planned to do on a single day with everything else I need to do. One more thing I'm going to do before I go in. This coleus is again in another pot that has no hole on the bottom and was sitting in water I don't know for how long. So I did cut it back. It's missing a lot of soil in there that's just washed out over the edges, I think, with the few storms that we have had. So to finish off, I am just going to add some extra soil to this pot, and then it's time to pick up the debris and get inside. Thank you for joining me. Again, if you could please subscribe, like, and share this video. It really helps me to grow my channel. You have a wonderful day.